The atoms that we're made of have negatively charged electrons whirling around a big bulky nucleus.
The quantum theory offers a very different explanation of our world.
What is up, everyone? Scientifically Stupid here, and I know it's been a while since our last video, but today I will be showing you how to make a wrecking ball simulation that looks like this. Now, this is made by using the basics of the rigid body simulator, which is over in the physics tab down here. So what you want to do first is start a new project, and then from here you can hit A once or twice, depending on what it is, and select everything and delete everything. Then you're going to come here to the middle, hit Shift A, and add a mesh torus. After you got that, you want to press R, X, 90, enter to get it to face upright. Press 1 to enter your front view, 1 on the numpad. Press tab to go into edit mode, and A to deselect all. Now what you want to do is press B and select the top half of the circle torus, and then go to the other side, press B again, and select the top half. And you want this all to be selected. So if it's not all selected, just hold down Shift and then start selecting them. When you hold down Shift, it will not just select one, but it'll keep all of the other ones selected, which is pretty neat. So you're going to want to select all of them. Sorry if this is a little lengthy. Okay. Once you have them all selected, you want to drag it up to make a chain link, and then tab to exit edit mode. And then what you want to do is hit Shift D to duplicate it, drag it up, and then R, Y, 90. Okay, that was the wrong one. Hit Control Z to undo your last action. Yeah, here it is. You want to hit R, Z, 90, enter to make it look like an actual chain link, not change link, sorry. Then you want to hold down Shift and select both of these. And then you want to do Shift D and duplicate both of those. And then once you have that, you want to hit Shift R to redo your last action, and then keep doing that until you have a pretty long chain. So just keep hitting Shift D. Now, once you have all of that set up, you're going to want to come to any of the chain links and select it. Once you've done that, you're going to pull over this tab so you can see the physics menu, and you want to click rigid body. Now, the type you want to leave that on active, but the shape, that's all you're going to change is the convex hull. You want to change it to mesh. Once you've done that, you're going to want to select all of the chain links, come down to physics, and click copy from active. What that does is, since the first chain link we set it to an active rigid body, we selected all of them and we did copy from active, so now they're all like the first chain. Now, if we select them all again and drag it up, and if we add a plane, you can scale that up, and then we go, if you go into the tools and go into edit mode, you want to go into physics, don't go into edit mode, and click add passive. And now if we hit play, it will act like a chain. It should act like a chain falling. Okay, so now you've got a falling chain. You can see they're all connected still. And now if you go to the beginning, hit 1 to enter 1 on the numpad to enter the front view, press A to deselect all, and then, or you could just select the first one, and then press tab to enter edit mode. And now what you want to do is hit Shift A and add a UV sphere. You can scale that up to the size of a wrecking ball, and then it should attach automatically. Oh, well, that was way too big. I'm going to scale it up. Okay, you want to hit tab again, and you can see it will outline both of these. So now there's one object, the chain and the ball are connected. And now, hit 1 on the numpad to enter front view. You can select everything, well, except for you want to move the plane back. But if you click play now, you can see they all fall. And we don't want them to all fall. We want it to be swinging from wherever that is. So to do that, you're going to want to select the very top chain, and then for its rigid body, you're not going to add this to passive, kind of like the plane is, because then what you're going to find out is that it will just fall right off. So what you want to do is you want to keep that on active, but you're going to uncheck dynamic because that's what lets it move. And now it'll have all its rigid body, everything that it has, but it won't move. So now if we click play, the wrecking ball should hang. But what we want to do now is drag the plane up so that the wrecking ball... well, you could do that, or you could just move the wrecking ball down and all that. So I am going to move the wrecking ball down, so I'm going to deselect all, and then I'm going to move the wrecking ball down, hit play, and it should be hanging just above the bottom. I am actually going to move it down just the slightest bit more, so now it should hang right there. Okay, now that we've got that, what you're going to want to do is you can see how the center of mass is really awkward in all of these chain links. So you're going to hold down Control, Alt, Shift, all of that, and then press C, and then you're going to click Origin to Geometry. And then now you can see that all of the origin points are in the center of the link. Now what you're going to want to do is we want this to swing. So what you're going to do is deselect all. You're going to want to choose the top one, the top link, hit Shift S and then cursor to selected. And then you want to come down here and change this individual origins to 3D cursor, and then select all of the links and the wrecking ball, hit R and rotate them up. After you've done that, you want to turn off 3D cursor, back to individual origins, and Shift S and cursor to center. Now if we play the animation, it should swing. You can see how it swings, but if you look at the wrecking ball right now, if you turn on the metric system, and now when you go to the physics tab, you can see the mass is only 1 kilogram, which is, I don't think a wrecking ball weighs 1 kilogram, so I'm just going to change this to 30 kilograms. And now, if we watch it swing, you can see that the chain breaks. So the reason that the chain breaks is because each of these only weighs 1 kilogram. Its mass is only 1 kilogram. So what you're going to want to do is go to the stationary link. I'm going to change it to 4. But what you're going to want to do now, you could change all of them individually, or you could select them all and hit copy from active. But this is what I did the first time I was making this. What I accidentally did was I selected all the links after I did this one. I did copy from active, but it will just make all the links stationary, so you don't want to do that. You want to go to the next one and change this one also to 4 kilograms, and then select all of the rest of the links. Make sure you don't select the wrecking ball link, because that will change that. Now you want to click copy from active, and now if we play the animation, it should swing and the chain shouldn't break. So now that that's happened, we can add whatever we're hitting. So what you want to do is hit Shift A. I'm going to use cubes, but you can do whatever you want. You can add one of those monkey heads or whatever you need. I'm gonna try to get this so it's like just above, because it messes up when it's like has to fall. But anyway, now I'm going to move this to the very corner. And now this is, you could place everyone individually, but that's not what I want to do. I'm going to add the array modifier, and I'm going to change the relative offset to 1.05 so that they're slightly spaced, and I'm going to change the count up to 8. So now I'm going to click apply, and then I'm going to add another modifier of an array. I'm going to make it all 0, but then I'm going to change the second one to 1.05. And if this goes off the grid for you, I'm just using the grid as a base. So if it goes in the wrong direction for you, it's fine. Just mess with these two first ones. Those are the side panels. Or why did I say panels? I don't know. But those are the side directionals. Make sure you get it right. And then I'm going to add a final third modifier, and then I'm going to change it all 0. And then the last one, I'm going to do 1.05. And then I'm going to change the count to 5. Now what you're going to want to do is click apply, and if you go into edit mode, you can see that if we move them around, they're all connected. To get that to not happen, you want to make sure it's selected, click P, and then separate by loose parts. So now that, if we go back into normal mode, deselect all, you can see that they're all individual blocks. But if we select them all, gonna make sure they're all selected. If we select them all and then we hit add active in the rigid body, only one of them, can you see it like in here? Only one of them is there. So you're gonna hit copy from active, and now if you click play, you can see that they all will fall in this really weird pattern. And that's because every single one of their origin points is right here. So now what you want to do is make sure they're all selected, hit Control Alt Shift C, and then click origin to geometry. Now you can see they all have their own origin point. And now if you go to the very beginning, you should see that the wrecking ball will hit them all. But you can see it doesn't really affect it that much. That's because these each weigh 1 kilogram. What you want to do is select them all, and I'm going to change their mass to 100 grams or 0.1 kilograms, and then copy from active. Now, if we play the animation, it should hit all of the cubes. So now you can see that they're all smashing and falling off the plane. If you don't want them to fall off the plane, just make the plane slightly bigger. You can see that if we make the plane bigger, they will go until they hit the edge of the plane, and then they'll fall off. But I kind of like it how it was. So you can change the texture for the wrecking ball and the chains, and also like the plane. You can add some light if you want, but that is pretty much how you do the rigid body simulator. And if you wanted to do something else with all of these, you could select it all, and then you could go down to it's still in the physics tab, but you could click bake to keyframes. I'm gonna make the end frame 100. And then click, I'm gonna make my end frame 100 since it might take a while, and then I'm gonna click OK. Once it's done, okay, so what that does is that makes it so everything is individual, and what it does is, instead of having it as a rigid body, it will make it so in every individual keyframe, just do something that makes it so in every individual keyframe has a movement. So it shows the movement there. And then they'll stop moving because I set my end frame to 100. So if you like this video, tell me what to do next, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.